Hi, welcome to Punchline Talks. My name is Mark Owen. Today, my special guest is Cllr Alisha Lewis for Cheltenham Borough Council. Her portfolio is for climate change, and she's also the councillor for St Paul's. My other special guest is Katie Cox. She's the project program manager and head of sustainability at Original. Welcome both to Punchline Talks. So let's start off with what we're really here, which is talk about the new launch of the Zellar app by Cheltenham Borough Council. What is it and why is it so important, Alicia?
So we are giving away a year's free membership to small and medium businesses across Cheltenham and the surrounding area to the Zellar app. It's a tool which allows businesses to plug in the relevant details about how their business operates and the way they use energy, for example, and get really tailored tips, advice and opportunities to create change on their carbon footprint and on their energy use. It's free for the next year. We're giving away 300 licenses. We've got plenty spare. So if you're a business who are looking to be more sustainable across Cheltenham, please join the Cheltenham Zero Partnership and get your free membership.
So why is it so important to businesses to be so sustainable?
I think it's a double-edged sword. I think on one side, we have the very real challenge of climate change and making sure that our business is sustainable for the future alongside our planet. Many of us have children or grandchildren or people who it's important that we build a world and a business culture that is sustainable for the future. But on the other side, I speak to a lot of businesses in Gloucestershire whose big concern is how can I reduce my energy bills under the current seemingly constant spiraling rate of energy bills and the cost of just running businesses. And that's a great win-win, I think, if we can find ways of making businesses more sustainable, run them more cheaply, keep business running for the future. It's a win-win-win in my book.
And this is what Zellar app can actually do for companies, can help you reduce your business costs?
It can, especially in regard to energy, but also there are many sustainable swaps we could make as we operate our businesses that do lower overheads. So it's again, a win-win.
Okay, well, thanks very much. It's a very nice lead into Katie. Hi, Katie. Thanks for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about Original, please, and why you guys have decided to work with the Zellar app?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. So Original are an innovative B Corp certified next generation digital transformation or IT service provider based in Cheltenham. And what I mean by that is we exist and we are here because we really understand the current world's challenges. And what Alicia alluded to is really, we understand that sustainability and regeneration is the most powerful way to address and combat climate change and biodiversity collapse. And it is the only way forward. It is the only way to improve and change. And, sustainability really is transforming practically almost every single aspect of human activity, the way we communicate, the way we interact, the way we learn, the way we work, the way we govern, but also the way we do business. So what we specialize in this scenario is the evolution design, as well as the operation of the technology and solutions that ultimately help and support other organizations or other businesses to achieve their future ambitions, to actually run sustainable businesses themselves, to improve their operations, adopt best practices, etc., towards the common goal here. And we do that in a way that we, at the same time, we align to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And it is particularly important for us because we are the member of United Nations Global Compact Coalition of Businesses. And also all of our projects and operations, they follow a GPM, Sustainable Project Management methodology. We also train other businesses in that, and we certify other businesses and professionals in that arena. So yes, this is us. We're sustainable, and how we cooperate with Cheltenham Zero and being a member of Cheltenham Zero network of businesses is incredibly important to us, because we also appreciate that achieving this global challenge, is actually starting from the local level, from regenerating local communities through local businesses and individuals. So yes, absolutely, Cheltenham Zero, as well as their other other borough council initiatives like Vision 21 and Planet Cheltenham are incredibly important.
Okay, so you guys have started using the Zellar app, and how you found it? You didn't design it, did you?
We didn't design it. Having said it is an online tool, and it is a technology solution to a certain problem. Yes, absolutely. We didn't design it, but really adopting the Zellar platform has been an incredibly important step for us. So obviously we are a sustainable business, and this is why we exist. But we also need a tool to back that up, to provide some kind of evidence and a summary of evidence, of how we develop, track, and also how we publicly share, how we're transparent about sustainability, targeted action plan, if you want, and other company culture and different actions we get involved in, be it volunteering, etc. So really what it helped us, as much as it is an incredibly intuitive and a very, very easy to navigate tool, and really sort of visually pleasing, there's no, and it's, yeah, as I said, it's incredibly easy to navigate. So any business, of any industry, of any size, I think will really get on well with that. And I really encourage other businesses to get involved and to actually take up this opportunity, because what it's meant to us, in real terms, is by sort of looking at making the eco-friendly or green choices, how we actually run our office space, how we operate, and reducing the waste and any sort of resource usage is, we've proved that the sustainability and smart business strategies really go hand in hand, and Zellar as an online tool and dashboard really sort of enable us to do that.
Now, as a business, obviously, we've all got massive overheads, and the price of energy is gone up. It's a big issue, especially in the hospitality trade. In fact, every single kind of business that, we're all looking at it. Can this tool save us money, Katie?
Well, absolutely. Yeah, as I said, because we've moved to new premises in March, and that's really when Zellar came into its forte, because from the start, we were able to make those better choices. What we use, who we use, who are our suppliers, energy suppliers, for instance, really useful. And it also gives you very good framework and prompts, what you can be doing, not necessarily what you are doing. So it's not judging you, but it's guiding you, on the right path. It's paving the right path for businesses. And that's why I think it's so incredibly important that other businesses follow us as well and utilize that. Okay,
thanks so much for that, Katie. I'm going to go back over to you, Alisha. So the Cheltenham Borough Council has obviously invested an awful lot of money into this app itself. You said at the very beginning, you're giving away years free of charge membership to 300 businesses for licenses. What's the fee going to be after the year?
So it's worth saying firstly that we didn't develop this app. We are delivering it in partnership with people who did deliver it. And I'm not entirely sure what the fixed price is going to be, but our goal is to keep it as cheap as possible, to keep as many businesses continuing to use the tool as we can. But ultimately, it's free for the next year. I would totally take advantage of that if I was a small or medium business in Cheltenham.
Well, we'd also like to know what the ongoing cost is. Perhaps we can come back to that another time. Was it developed by a local company, Alisha?
I don't believe it was, but it is a really great tool that's being used across the country in businesses up and down the UK. It's very much homegrown in that respect. But
now, obviously, Cheltenham Borough Council and all the councils have a massive problem here, don't they? You've all got your own climate portfolios as well. Do you all meet up to discuss this? Do you join all the dots as a county?
A lot of us do, yeah. We meet up across the county. I also meet up with people from councils all across the UK. We like to have these little presentations where we go, here's a really cool thing that we're working on here in Cheltenham or in Leeds or Inverness. And it's a really useful opportunity, because I think many of the problems that we face as a council are the same as other councils. But in the same respect, Cheltenham Borough Council is really keen to share what we're learning. So we have things like our supplementary planning document, which shares the really exciting things that we've learned as part of our house building process. So that everybody who is going on this same journey, trying to solve the same problems, doesn't have to reinvent the wheel.
I mean, the big thing is, I always think, why can't councils control the way that houses are being built? Why can't every single house be made with a solar panel? It just makes common sense to me. Every single house, new build house, should have an EV. Every single new house should have a heat pump. And they've just got to pay a little bit more for it.
I mean, I think that's a really exciting idea, but the sort of level of legislation you're talking about there is central government. Luckily, we do have our climate supplementary planning document, which was launched by the fabulous Max Wilkinson, which allows you to look at opportunities to change your development, things like having a permeable driveway, including solar panels, looking at how you can insulate and choose windows that are heritage compliant while still being sustainable. It's a great document full of Cheltenham-based examples to prove it can be done. And if you want to take it to planning committee, it is something that can be considered as part of your application.
I love the way you called him fabulous, Max Wilkinson. He's not
He
here
is
to defend himself. Katie, let's go back over to you very quickly. A little bit more about Original. How many people is the company employ, and where are you actually based in Cheltenham?
So we very much fit into the SME bracket, if you want. So there's 15 of us currently, and we started trading in 2020. So yes, we have grown quite significantly over the last 3 years, and we are based in Lansdowne Road in the Lipiets. So if you want to ever pop in, very much welcome.
I know the place very well. I actually delivered magazines there myself recently. Just very, very quickly. So surely something like this is ideal to sustain and keep staff as well, isn't it? You know, because a lot more people nowadays, you know, this is a very much a part of their agenda. If they're going to go to another company, they're looking at their sort of green credentials.
Absolutely, I can't agree more. I mean, it is obviously, you know, we now have the ESG framework. We have also other sustainability reporting, like GRI sort of initiatives, you know, that businesses are asked to do to be transparent. You know, when I was talking about transparency, but also it's being transparent about your supply chain. So how do you hold your supply chain accountable? You know, do you hold them to the same standards as you operate on? So yes, as you said, it is very much important. So something like Zellar aids that transparency as well from a different manner, but it is very much holistic. You know, when I was talking about holistic approach, it's not just about the environmentals, which is incredibly important, but it also tracks your company culture and various actions, you know, socially. So bringing those together, you know, I mean, it really creates a very good picture of the company, and being such an easy tool to navigate, you know, and being able to amend the tool as you go along, you know, it's fantastic. You know, I think it's really, really good.
Okay, well, thanks ever so much for joining us today. Thanks for joining Punchline Talks. Katie, Alicia, all the very best for the future. And if you like the show, please like, share and subscribe. We'll see you again very soon. Cheers, bye.